North Korea has test-fired another ballistic missile, South Korean and U.S. military officials say. The missile exploded shortly after takeoff, they said, the second failed launch in the past fortnight. U.S. President Donald Trump accused North Korea of showing disrespect towards China and its president. The missile was fired from a site in South Pyongan Province, north of Pyongyang, in the early hours of Saturday local time, South Korea said. Mr. Trump tweeted, "North Korea disrespected the wishes of China and its highly respected president when it launched, though unsuccessfully, a missile today. Bad." Mr. Trump recently hosted Chinese President Xi Jinping and praised his Chinese counterpart for trying very hard on North Korea. The failed launch came just hours after the United Nations Security Council discussed North Korea's missile program. Mr. Trump's Secretary of State Rex Tillerson called for a tougher international approach to the isolated communist state, but also signaled that the U.S. might be prepared to negotiate with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Tensions in the region have increased lately, with both North and South Korea conducting military exercises. North Korea is believed to be continuing efforts to miniaturize nuclear warheads and fit them on long-range missiles capable of reaching the U.S. Trump fears major conflict with North Korea. North Korea crisis, why now? How mixed signals could spell disaster. North Korea's missile program. After Saturday's failed launch, the Japanese government condemned the test and said it had lodged a strong protest with North Korea through its diplomatic channels. Tillerson's warning. North Korea fired an unidentified missile from a site in the vicinity of Bukking in Pyongan-do, South Pyongan Province, early this morning, the South Korean Joint Chiefs of Staff, JSC, said in a statement, Yonhap reports. It added that the missile apparently exploded, just seconds after the launch. Meanwhile, Commander Dave Benham, a spokesman for U.S. Pacific Command, also said the launch occurred near the Bukking airfield. He added that the missile did not leave North Korean territory. U.S. officials told Reuters that they believed the missile was a medium-range type known as Not-17. The launch occurred a matter of hours after Mr. Tillerson called on the rest of the world to help force North Korea to give up its nuclear ambitions. Mr. Tillerson warned of catastrophic consequences if the Council did not act, saying it was likely only a matter of time before North Korea develops the capability to strike the U.S. mainland. The U.S. would use military force if necessary, he said. Mr. Tillerson accused Council members of not fully enforcing existing sanctions against the North, and called on China in particular to leverage its trade links as influence. But the Chinese Foreign Minister, Wang Yi, said the key to solving the problem did not lie with his country. What are the sanctions on North Korea? UN sanctions include a ban on selling arms and fuel to North Korea, as well as a host of items that could be used for weapons making. Also on the list are luxury goods including pearl jewelry and snowmobiles worth $2,000, £1,540, or more. Since last year, all cargo entering or leaving North Korea must also be inspected. But a recent UN study found that fragments from a North Korean missile test included electronics that had been obtained either from or via Chinese enterprises. The U.S. has separate, stricter sanctions including a blanket ban on trade and a blacklist of anyone dealing with North Korea. How else has tension risen? Among other developments in recent weeks, North Korea carried out an earlier failed missile launch and held a massive military parade in an apparent show of strength. The U.S. deployed a group of warships and a submarine to the region. Pyongyang reacted angrily, threatening a super-mighty preemptive strike. The U.S. began installing a controversial $1 billion, £775 million, anti-missile system called THAAD in South Korea, which Mr. Trump said South Korea should pay for. Seoul said on Friday there was no change in its position that the U.S. pays for it. Mr. Tillerson and U.S. Vice President Mike Pence visited South Korea, reiterating that all options were on the table in dealing with the North Korean missile range.